the last topic I wanted to touch on, going to the news of the day, I want to ask you about the issues at the southern border and how that's impacting your state and your district. So I know that Illinois Governor J.P. Pritzker has been open about the challenges Illinois has faced in dealing with the migrant crisis. So I want to ask you, you mentioned your district outside of Chicago. Has it at all been impacted by the migrant crisis? And, would you say that the Biden administration is at all responsible for this unprecedented flow of migrants?
Look, first and foremost, we have to understand that these are real people,
Mhm.
okay? And that political stunts need to go away. We saw that before Christmas time, right around the holidays, when the governor of Texas filled up a plane and landed in my district into the cold, into some of the coldest weather that we have seen. People that weren't ready with the layers of clothing to stay safe. But also have to understand, and I'm very concerned with what's going on at the border. I believe that we do need to do more. The problem has got to be done in a bipartisan way that both secures our border and fixes the broken immigration system. And so there is a bipartisan piece of legislation out there today. I am a co-sponsor of it. It's called the Dignity Act, and it secures our border, it strengthens our economy, and it creates an orderly and humane way to get people to the legal status if you're going to follow the law. And I think those are the things that the people back home in my district want from us here in Congress. They don't want us in Congress to just punch each other back and forth and make it a big political issue, because that doesn't solve the problem. I'm focused on solutions, and I want to work with those on the other side of the aisle that want to find the solutions as well.
Well, so speaking of bipartisanship, what do you make of the congressional compromise that is being put forth on border security? Would you support it?
Right. Well, we need to make sure that there is a bipartisan path forward. And that's what we're seeing coming out of the Senate. Unfortunately, we've got a House Speaker today that doesn't want to deal with it at all. He's taking his cues from the leader of their party. And unfortunately, that's not what the people back home want me to do. Speaker Johnson needs to put this up for a vote so that it isn't just a politics of division, it's actually solving a problem. And I think the American people are going to see through it if he continues to play politics with this issue.
My last question for you, looking to the 2024 election, do you support President Biden's reelection campaign? Do you think he's the best choice for 2024, or would you have liked to see a more robust primary?
Look, I was at the chain link fence at the Rockford Airport in 1984 as Air Force One landed in Rockford, Illinois. If my mom could have told me that the next time that Air Force One is going to land at this airport, Eric, you're going to be on Air Force One with the president. It's going to be 2023. And he's going to announce that there's going to be 5,000 UAW workers at the Belvedere Chrysler plant. That's what happened in the past year, where we're bringing these jobs back home, and it has an impact on not only our lives, but our futures. I mean, that's what it was about, bringing President Biden back to my hometown to say, thank you, Mr. President. But then also, it is the job of a congressman to be able to say that this is a president that has actually made your life better. And so it's all about showing our work. And I really do believe when people look at where our economy is, look at where our jobs are, and making sure that while we still have more work to do, we're getting the job done, I think people are going to make the right decision in November.